Hello, good day to you. Okay, we're going to learn a new recitation. It's called Hoping for Nothing in Return. I'm going to play it once through and I'll do the gestures with it, and then after that we'll break it down. Okay, so here we go. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them, but love your enemies, do good and then, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same, but love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, what credit is that to you? For even sinners lend to sinners, but love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Okay, that's the whole song. Now we're going to break it up into pieces. All right. This is a gesture for but. Your fingers just come apart. But if you, and this is a heart sign, love. But if you love those, just take it out, point. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Let's try that again. But if you love those, hard again, who love you, what credit is that to you? This is like credit, value, worth. They often do it for money. What credit is that to you? And then, for even sinners, that's like, even sinners. And this is the trickiest part. You do two hearts. Love those who love them, for even sinners love those who love them. Let's try that from the beginning. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. Okay? And that's the first verse. And then we go into the chorus, which, incidentally, starts with another heart sign. But love your enemies. And this is enemies because of that old, I believe, because of that old silent movie bit routine where there's the fellow who wants to come collect the rent. You must pay the rent. I can't pay the rent. And so on. It's a fellow with a mustache and a cape. So we have it simplified down to the mustache thing. So the chorus goes like this. But love your enemies, do, just the hand out, do good, like an okay sign, good and lend. Try that again. But love your enemies, do good and lend. Now here's hoping. Just put both hands up here and you go like this, as if you're hoping in your, your temples. Hoping, hoping for nothing in return. Big zero. Okay, so let's try it from the beginning. But love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. So it's nothing in return. And since you're here and you've done this, you just join your hands together and go, your reward will be great. And this is sign language for large, great, grand. This is the L. You're going out, great. So let's put the first verse and the chorus together and do it to music. Here we go. Up here for but. But if you love those, here we go. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them, but love your enemies, do good is. This is the simplest verse. And, it starts with and, no more buts. And if you do good, and so that's your hands out for do good. Do good for those who do good for you. Again, what credit is that to you? For even, and you sinners again, sinners do the same. And you see if I put my fingers out here like this, they look roughly speaking the same. That's the gesture for the same. So let's try that again. It's do good to those who do good to you. What credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. And then back into the chorus. But love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Okay, so let's try it through that verse. We're going to jump right into do good. You do good to those who do good to you. What credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. But love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Great. Now, let's try that from the beginning. Let's do the first two verses and the choruses. So we're going to start with but. Okay, here we go. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even tricky sinners love those who love them. But love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Then the next is do good to those who do good to you. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. But love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. That's really good. Okay, so let's go on and add the last verse, and then you'll know 3 weeks worth of recitation. So the last one is, and if you lend to those whom you. And this is the part that's the most crammed. I would say it's the second most difficult part next to your beginning when you're saying, even sinners love those who love them. Well, this is the next most difficult part, and it goes like this. And if you lend, it's an and if you lend to, this is the gesture for to, so you're going to say lend. And if you lend to those, and if you lend to those whom you, so it's 4 gestures. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, and we're, instead of going hoping with 2 hands, we're just going to go hope to receive back. So let's put those together again. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, and then again it's that simple, what credit is that to you? And for even sinners, lend, the lend gesture, lend to sinners, and on to the chorus. Let's just do that verse again. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, what credit is that to you? For even sinners lend to sinners, and then right into, but love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Okay, so let's do that to the music. So we're going to start with, and if you lend to those, here we go. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, what credit is that to you? For even sinners lend to sinners, but love your enemies, do good and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Wow. Okay, let's do the whole thing from the start. Okay, so we're going to start with but. Okay. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them, but love your enemies, do good and then, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And it's do good too. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same, but love your enemies, do good and then, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. Is that tricky? Lend to those. And if you lend to those whom you hope to receive back, what credit is that to you? For even sinners